7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in October. Try their pumpkin chai cream cheese, great with any bagel. Or have a pumpkin chocolate chip muffin. And of course, an apple pie dirty chai latte. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 7th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What is Kasasa Cash at Liberty First Credit Union? It's more. More earning, more freedom, more rewards. With Kasasa Cash, you earn up to 5.5% APY, and your rewards begin instantly from a penny up to $40,000, all without monthly service fees. Plus, Kasasa Cash at Liberty First Credit Union gives you more ATMs nationwide. When you want more, you want Kasasa Cash. Visit libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Account qualifications apply.
John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
After being Lincoln's #1 trusted plumbing, heating, and cooling company for 27 years, John Henry's is proud to announce we now offer electrical services. Call today to book a full range of electrical services by our licensed, background-checked professional electricians. John Henry's, our family serving yours.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing.
Now offering electrical.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840. Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
3-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Pow! Pow, 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 pow. Is that clear, Bob? Pow, pow.
Oh, we can't hear him.
Uh-oh. Leroy, are you there?
This is the captain here on 93.7 The Ticket. We're still efforting to get Vershawn on, but we will do that.
Rilo. Welcome to the Ticket, the Captain Show. I am the black shirt, back in the business, back in the house. After one day off, I had to come back.
That's right.
And I had to come back because the captain has been talking to Rilo again. All right, we are powered
by
Bauer. It's Friday. It's a chilly Friday. And guess what the day is, Bob?
What is it?
It's Friday the 13th.
Oh, no.
Kill.
Kill. Now I'm scared.
What about now?
Oh, we just trying to see if he's talking.
It's mine.
But it's Friday the 13th here in Lincoln, Nebraska. 10 o'clock, the Captain Show. Man, football is going to be a good weekend of college football again. We got some good talk today. We got the captain, me, Bach. We got an Arthur in the house talking about scary books and what's this, what's that.
That's right.
My Braves lost last night, and Nick wanted to come here and pick at me today. Wow, Nick, you are not my friend today. When you come on here and you talk about my Atlanta Braves, it doesn't sit well with me. That's like talking about my Atlanta Falcons. Shame on you, Nick. Shame on you.
Too. And
so let's get back to it. Rilo, you back there? Nope, not yet. So,
can you hear me?
All right, Bach. How we gonna start it off this morning? What you want to talk? What we got?
Well, there's plenty to talk about in the sports world, but
don't you say anything about the Braves today, Bach. You better be on my good side. You don't want to get on my bad side, Bach.
All right. Well, we won't start with baseball then. We do have our games, by the way, to pick for this. Even though there's a bye week, we still have to pick our 10 games. And it's going to be a pretty good weekend, I think. Oregon and Washington primarily standing out. But for Nebraska football fans, it's interesting that actively think Nebraska is in the race for the Big Ten West, but there's hope out there. So I think for some Husker fans,
check.
They're going to have to cheer for Iowa this week. And we can't hear you now, Vershawn. We can hear you now. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, we could hear you a lot better just a second ago.
Okay, hold on. What about now?
Yeah, that's better. Now we can hear you very well.
Okay, good. All right. I'm back. Technical difficulties, but I'm here. What's up, fellas?
Oh, not too much.
Yo.
You guys look good. It look a little dim in there, man.
Yeah, we can turn some lights on.
You got the lights off? There you go. So we can see you guys. First item up for bids, man. Let's talk about this Anthony Grant deal.
Okay.
Do you the Anthony Grant fumbling issues? If it's such an issue right now in this situation, do you sit him down? And if you sit him down, who do you go to?
Nobody. Don't sit him down. You just hope he get better.
I mean, could we afford 1 out of 20 carries to be a fumble?
Well, it wasn't a problem last year. It has to be something that he's doing wrong or not being able to probably to coach up on. But, it wasn't a distraction last year like it is this year because I only think he fumbled, 3 times last year?
Yeah, not too many.
Not too many. But, this year is full-blown problem. And you got to correct it. I like the way you like the old school people say. You have them walk around with a football, just walk around class, walk around the campus. You walk around his house with a football. He might want to sleep with one. So, it's a lot of different things he can do to make himself better, but it has to stop. I don't think benching him at this point will benefit this team because we have nobody else that really runs like him. Emmett is young, but he also fumbled on the very limited carries that he had. So, I think it's an in-house thing that needs to be taken care of.
Yeah, that's funny that you say that, but I don't know if Coach said much about Emmett fumbling that ball either, did he?
Well, he did.
He briefly mentioned it, but yeah, Emmett just hasn't had too many carries.
He's young too. He's young.
Yeah.
He's young. Well, I'm glad that he said that for both of them. But I think that goes for everybody involved, right? Everybody that's involved in touching the ball cannot afford to put the ball on the ground. Nobody involved can afford to do that and play good football and win football games.
Well, I can tell you this: it's a lot of resources that Rule can have to help this situation. You got a guy here in Nebraska that's moved back to Lincoln that's on a radio show with us that's named Amon Green.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have Amon Green come talk to the kid and say, hey, I had this problem. I overcome it by this, such and such, this, such and such. Use your resources that's here. It's not you're not begging them. I mean, you're asking a man to come help a young man, survive and succeed in this college football era.
Well, it's interesting too because I've talked to him on different shows about this and specifically that question because it's been out there. And he said that he went through that early in his career. Mike Holmgren called him out publicly, much as Matt Rule has done Anthony Grant, and said he's got a fumbling issue. And so it's just kind of a battle. I mean, how you can't go to the media necessarily and say no. It's like you're talking about a guy that was an NFL coach, or in Amon Green's case, a Holmgren, a Super Bowl winning coach. So. You just have to correct it. You have to fix it. And you're right. I mean, maybe that would be a route that they do take. I know he did say, Rule said they're not going to do like the sleep with the football, carry the football thing around. But maybe Greg can do that on his own.
But that actually worked though for Quentin Castillo. That was the one thing that I told Quentin to do was tell your guys, you got to carry this football. If they get the football out, there's 25 push-ups. And so if you're cognizant of that football when you're just walking around, you're going to be cognizant in the football game. I don't know if when I think about fumbling the football, that's a coaching issue. You got to coach that up. You don't have a choice. He's the best running back that we have in the stable. So you have got to get him doing all types of different drills. And let me just say this about Amon. Amon Green is up for the jacket, right? First ballot.
Yeah, for a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, for the Hall of Fame. You have a Hall of Famer that's working at the University of Nebraska. The Hall of Famer that's working at the University of Nebraska, I played with at Seattle Seahawks. Amon, he fumbled at Nebraska, but I think it wasn't big enough to where it hurt us in a way that it hurts a team that don't score a lot.
Mm.
But when we went to Seattle, that really got exposed when we got to the league. I was playing fullback, he was playing tailback, right? That was one of the reasons why Seattle traded him to Green Bay, because of the fumbling issues. So a guy that goes on from that, goes to homegrown, gets called out, turns his game around, becomes the all-time leading rusher at the Green Bay Packers to this day. You've got to have that guy come in and work with him. Terrell, you remember when we seen Braylon Allen?
Yeah.
When we were eating and we introduced him to Amon?
Yes, sir. He took that knowledge. That was a kid who really got attached to Amon in less than 10 minutes. Once he found out who Amon was, he was right there on Amon's hip. I mean, you want to pick a guy's brain like that because Amon is helpful to these young men. Yeah. I mean, he'll be very helpful to that university if you give him the opportunity to go down there and speak with the running backs. You don't have to speak to the whole team. You can bring him in the running back room and let him talk for 10 minutes. I mean, that's what guys like us are here for. we don't have that opportunity. But if the phone call was made, I'm guarantee you Amon would jump on it at any minute because we're here for our university.
Free of charge.
Free of charge.
No, it won't cost you a dime. Just a phone call.
$9.99. Wow. Shipping and receiving.
$1 million worth of game for free.
Yeah.
And it's sitting in our backyard and we don't use it. We're publicly coming out. Coach publicly came out and said, hey, I use the media sometimes to get to the kids. And Grant's got to stop this. Can't play like this. You can't fumble on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and expect to do this. So for Grant, this bye week is huge. Coach did say that he's got to accept responsibility as well. But to me, as one, a running backs coach, and two, a head coach, three, you got an offensive coordinator, right? So you got three lines of knowledge that have to get that young man where he will not fumble. Now, I think we discount Ahman Green in thinking that he don't have any jewels or golden nuggets that he can give Grant that'll help him that maybe you guys haven't thought about. And I think that would be amazing. But let's hear Coach Rule and what he had to say about Grant and his fumbling issues.
Well, he's not okay with me because he keeps fumbling the ball. I love Anthony, but you can't play for us if you can't control the ball. So Anthony, he's got to improve that. Not in the doghouse. People take things the wrong way. He's got a skill that is not showing up. It's very simple. To me, it's all technical. Football's never emotional for me. It's just technical. So I have to get that fixed for Anthony. And Anthony has to get that fixed for Anthony or he can't play because we can't, you can't fumble the ball in practice on Tuesday, then fumble it again in practice on Wednesday, then fumble it in 4 minutes on Saturday and think you're going to play the next week. So I think the bye week comes at a great time because Anthony can really work on that this week. He's got such great vision. He has all these things, but he has one skill that's preventing him from playing at the level I think he could play at. So, he's healthy, all those things, but I'm counting on Anthony and I need him and we need him to step up and we need him to very simply cover the top of the ball and not run with the ball like this. And so I don't know what else to do other than to say what I just said. I've said it to him, obviously, but say what I just said. So he hears it because he's a really good player that could probably play for many years after this, but you're not playing for Bill Belichick if you fumble the ball. You're not playing for Mike Tomlin if you fumble the ball. So we need him this week to really make a step.
Thoughts on that text line? Do we got one text from Pooh Bear? Pooh Bear says this: having Ahman and ex-players talk to the team won't make them play better or keep them from fumbling. I say to that, that's a lie. They need to get what they can out of the current players and recruit better over time. I believe that recruiting better over time, yes. But you got to win with the guys you got in the stable now. Can't make the excuse that Scott made for 4 years that the cupboards are bare. You can't. Period. And then go ahead, Terrell.
Yeah, I disagree with Pooh Bear on that because you have a guy who went through this stuff, who did it in college, who did it in the pros, corrected it, and now is the leading rusher, the all-time leading rusher for Green Bay Packers. You use this to your advantage because Ahman will get Grant by himself and say, hey, man, you got to cut this out. Let me tell you how I went through this. It's psychological. Yes. It's something that you can overcome. It's correctable, but this is what you got to do.
Well, and like you guys said, it doesn't have to be 30 minutes a week meeting up with him. Talk to him for 10 minutes. Like you said, Braylon Allen did with him. That could cause, give him some extra motivation or some extra pointers here and there to think, okay, if the all-time leading rusher for the Packers had this problem, it's not me. I'm not just on an island here because he probably feels, with the tactic of going to the media and all that, he probably kind of feels like really down on himself perhaps right now. There's a lot of the team riding on him. So, maybe just to make him feel like, okay, This has happened before. Guys have overcome this before, and they've went on to have great careers.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
if you're gonna point out that, you better point out the offensive line play too. Okay.
yeah.
There's a lot of other deals that you can point out that hurt Nebraska football worse than Grant did. And all I'm saying is we're on 11th and O Street here at 93.7 The Ticket, the new station. Almon Green is on the radio on 11th and O Street. Somehow, some way, I'm quite sure they can bump into each other and have a conversation. And nothing is wrong with that. Absolutely, ex-players can talk to a team and talk to a particular player and give them nuggets that will help them play better football. Absolutely, they can. That's what's wrong with. First of all, what's wrong with Nebraska football is you can't be champions if you don't know how. Let me say that one more time. If you don't know how to be a champion, how the heck you gonna teach somebody how to be a champion? Please tell me.
Yeah. So the
Those
thing
young kids that came in, they want to be young entrepreneurs. They want to maybe further themselves in radio career. So what did they do? They came to the radio station. They practiced doing drops. They practiced being on the radio. We prepped them as coaches. We prepped them before they went on the radio as to kind of what we were going to talk about, so that they can gather their thoughts. But had we just came in here and been like, yeah, go have at it, just go free for all. And I'm not saying that they're doing that, but I'm saying if we see an issue as coaches, it's up to us to fix them. Period. Not in the media, but behind closed doors. If you got to have, we used to do a drill. I can't tell you that they're doing this drill. Yay or nay, okay? But there's a drill where the entire running backs will line up across from each other. So you'd have a guy here and a guy here, okay? And then the running back that was in line, he would either catch the ball or get a handoff. And the 10, 15, 20 guys that were in that line, he had to run through them. One hand on the ball, and they got after the doggone ball. It's drills, common sense drills that we did in Little League that I think we forget about, or we think that someone has it, and maybe they do, but maybe they forgot it. So you have two lines, and you make him go through the entire offense. That's a long line of hands trying to get that ball out while he's trying to get through them. But it'll help him. We got to help him. Not heard him or talk about it. It's Captain Show. Fast 2 hours in radio. I'm with
the black shirt.
And
Bach.
Listen, we'll be right back.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this fall. Check out their large variety of tennis shoes and dress shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln, or check out their options online at brownshoefitco.com.
Hockey is back, and we need your support at the Icebox. The defending Clark Cup champions are coming to the capital city as the Stars host the Youngstown Phantoms this Friday and Saturday at the Icebox. Don't miss College Night on Friday and your opportunity to catch this cross-conference clash. Lock in your tickets to the action now at LincolnStars.com.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Get all of your favorite restaurants delivered with VenueDelivered.com. One place for ordering delicious appetizers, refreshing salads, hot entrees, fresh sandwiches, and more. From Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, and all Lincoln Good Sense Subs locations. Download our phone app to earn rewards on all of your carryout and delivery orders. Available on Apple and Android, just search for the Pillar Restaurants app. That's the Pillar Restaurants app. Download today.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, Select Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Lincoln Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Feet, Yours Cheese Spread on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Thank you, Bob.
There you go. We gotta unmute. There we go. we hear you for Sean? Oh, he's just humming along.
Yeah. 93.7 the ticket. We got a guest bot.
That's right.
Today. It's Friday the 13th. You know what that means. The Golden Goblins will be coming out to haunt you.
That's right. I brought in my cousin because it is Friday the 13th, Mike Bakovin, who is would you call it a horror novel writer?
Yeah, I do a few things, but yeah, I'm on my third horror novel. So yeah, I suppose you can call me that.
Yeah, very cool stuff.
It's a pattern at this point.
Yeah, and you got a book signing tonight at Barnes & Noble, 2910 Pine Lake Road, for your newest book, Killing It. But you've got 3 novels out so far, and well, let's start with Killing It. What's kind of brought you to writing this novel?
Yeah, okay. So something I always wanted to do. Killing It is basically, if you promise not to compare it to The Shining, the thing I tell people is it's The Shining in a comedy club, right? Guy upstairs goes mad. There are a bunch of comics in the basement where the green room is. They want to get out. He doesn't want to let him game on, that sort of deal. And horror has always kind of been my thing. And this book was a lot of fun because I got to talk to a bunch of stand-up comics, and they're like, "No, we hate each other." I'm like, "Oh, cool. That will help inform these sort of things." So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I got to get real gross with it, and it was a good time. So if you're a horror novel, if you like horror, you could probably do worse. But yeah,
what's one of your favorite artists authors?
I heard a thing once that everybody said that everybody in my generation read a Stephen King book too early. And that was totally me, so it's like he's the water in which everybody else swims. But if you are into horror lit right now, everything is being served. I mean, there's you can, hit your Grady Hendrix for a little bit of laughs. You can do Paul Tremblay, which has a lot of spooky stuff. You can do your Jeff Strand if you like your splatterpunk. There's just so many really good artists out there doing a whole bunch of good work. And if you're in the mood for a spook, man, just go to the section, pick something that looks fun, and get involved in the community. There's some good stuff.
I'm a James Patterson, Dean Koontz type of reader.
Yeah.
So, James Patterson got a long stuff with the Private Eye that he did that series for so long. Dean Koontz write good books. It's a lot of authors I like, but them two right there are probably my favorite two.
Yeah, the Alex Cross books.
Yes,
yeah.
The Alex Cross is good. I can read it and picture it like a movie.
Yeah.
I got a question for Uncle Bach.
Not Uncle.
Cousin Bach. My bad. Cousin Bach. I can't see his face over there, but anyway, Cousin Bach.
Yeah.
Do you ever dream about the stuff that you write about?
That's a good question. Like rarely, but yeah, I keep a notebook by the side of my bed, and whenever I'm like finishing something up, that's when it gets real intense. And so I'll annoy my wife just jumping out of bed. It's like, no, I got to write this down. She's like, oh God, that sort of thing. But yeah, it kind of goes in waves. But when I'm finishing something up, or when I'm editing something, or when I'm really in it, that's when it gets real intense. It's not my day job. I got an 8 to 5, but as a hobby, it gets real intense. So yeah, it'll invade my dreams every so often.
Now you say you and Bach are kin.
Yeah.
Bach has this obsession that he's a good basketball player. Does it run in the family?
No, man, I can't.
So he's a one of a kind.
No, yeah, if indeed he is a good basketball player, which I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't have any of those genes, man. I run on a treadmill and I watch my little shows, and that's about as far as my athletic stuff goes.
Well, your dad played some college ball, right?
Yeah, I remember my dad cracked his helmet once playing football and framed it, and it was in our house for years and years.
Yeah,
it still might be in my garage somewhere. I don't know.
And real quickly, I did want to ask you, because your daughter also played high school football this past year.
Yeah.
And that's a very interesting debate, and just the kind of thing for people to kind of think about as the father of a daughter getting into football.
Well, like I said, man, I got no athletic prowess, so I don't know where she picked this up, but she is like football obsessed. So she had to pick an NFL team, so we bleed Chiefs red. I don't know where that came from, because I'm a long-suffering Vikings guy. But yeah, she played football for Grand Island Senior High last year, and the thing I want to tell people is they treated her fair, and that was great. It's like they gave her the accommodations she needed. locker room wise. But other than that, that was it. They treated her based on skill. They treated her. They hit her. I got pictures of her with a bloody nose with the thumbs up. That sort of thing. And man, she's a tough kid, and I was proud of her. And then she picked show choir over football this year, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I got to see her play defensive tackle and make a couple tackles. It was just proud as I could be, man.
Yeah, that's very cool stuff. Let's get to your first novel too, Fantastic Land, which is that your most successful one as I can tell so far?
But by a goodly amount. Yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic Land. The premise of that one is a bunch of kids or a bunch of employees get trapped in like a Disney-like theme park due to a hurricane. So a hurricane comes, kids get trapped in the park. They rescue them a month later, and things have gone real bad, right? So you've got people forming tribes and killing each other. The thing that was cool about it is that they did an audiobook of it, and since it's written in kind of an interview format, they hired a couple actors to come in, and they really nailed the audiobook. They made it better than whatever I wrote, right? And so you can go on Audible right now and like read like 10,000 reviews of that audiobook. Like
wow.
it got real successful as an audiobook. I didn't see any money off that, but it got real successful as an audiobook. And that's kind of what I'm known for. And there's been some talk of turning that into TV or film something. So yeah, it's kind of a cool deal as a hobby. It's gone real well.
So when you say audio book, is that when they read it?
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm a Pocket FM guy. I'm on a story right now. This is Instant Billionaire. I've been listening to this thing for about 20 days. I thought the book would have been finished by now, but it keeps going on and on and on. And I like listening to somebody reading it to me because it keeps me focused while I'm working, but I get to also listen to it. But it's a great story. I can't tell you exactly what it's about because I'm not finished with it yet. So I don't want to spoil the plot.
Yeah. Well, there is nothing more intimidating than downloading an audiobook and saying, okay, here's 26 hours. Like, well, when am I going to listen to 26 hours, man? That's crazy.
What's your favorite movie? Do you watch horror movies as well?
I love horror movies. Yeah. I like to think that if you showed me like Ingmar Bergman or just like something real intellectual that I could look at it and like understand it, but I ain't gonna lie to you that my favorite movie is Return of the Living Dead. I mean that movie is like
the original one.
Oh, so that's Night of the Living Dead. The Return of the Living Dead is it was done about 85, 86, and it's basically a splatter comedy. I mean, it's if you've ever heard the one where the zombie grabs the attack a bunch of police, eat them, and then get on the mic and say, "Send more cops." That's that one. That's it's
so okay. I got a question. I got a couple of questions for you. I want to see what's your best answer.
Okay.
Freddy versus Jason.
All right.
Who you picking?
Dude, I'm a Freddy guy, and that's terrible because I can't justify it. I mean, Jason like has the more movies, he's got the more kills, he's got the bigger influence, but like Freddy's got the surrealist stuff, and that's kind of what speaks to me a little bit. So it's like I can't justify it. I can't tell you that Freddy's better, but he's my favorite.
Candyman versus.
Whoa, hey, we're here.
Rashawn wants in on the next
Freddy.
one.
I'm a Freddy guy.
Me too. Man.
I am too. I'll go with Freddy.
hey, listen. So much so, I'm not a horror movie guy, right? But I did watch the Freddy series, the Jason series. All that stuff scared the out of me. But Freddy, I used to dream about him, and I ain't had no dreams. So go ahead. I want you to do this, but I got a question right after this about a horror movie that I'm gonna see if you're a really horror guy if you know this movie. But go ahead, Terrell.
Okay, what I said? What did I say? Candyman versus Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
All right, I'm going to hedge just a second. I'm going to say Texas Chainsaw Massacre might be one of the most important American horror movies ever made. But man, Tony Todd as Candyman, that is a performance that like you don't get too often.
Yeah, he scared me when I was little.
Who boy, yeah. And so I'm going to lean Candyman, but I'm going to acknowledge Texas Chainsaw Massacre because that movie like started the independent movie boom. I mean, it's also just like a fascinating story. Like the mob came in and stole all the money from that movie. I mean, if you know anything about that movie, it is fascinating and it's scary as you know what. So,
all right, VJ.
Okay. Have you watched Poltergeist?
Yes, sir. I've watched Poltergeist.
On a scale of 1 to 10, would you say Poltergeist or Silence of the Lamb?
All right. I think I'm going to lean Silence of the Lambs, but just because it's a better movie, not because it's scarier. I think Poltergeist is scarier, like pound for pound, right?
Yeah.
But I'm going to lean Silence of the Lambs just because of its influence and because like it goes back to my kid playing football. That whole movie, if you watch it, is about a woman in a man's world, right? That's like the whole point of the movie. But Poltergeist, man, the scene where the dude pulls off his face, that's like top 10, you know, like in all horror.
I got one more. This is gonna be a good one.
All right.
Wrong Turn
Mhm.
or The Hill Has Eyes.
Oh man, that's some deep cut, man. Good. Okay, so we talking the new Hills Have Eyes or the original that Wes Craven did? The 70s one.
The new ones.
Okay, the new ones. All right, I'm going to go Wrong Turn on this one. And the reason I'm going to go Wrong Turn is because the new Hills Have Eyes one, like the third time they stabbed someone with an American flag, I'm like, okay, I get it. I get what you're doing here. Maybe pull back just a smidge.
Now, I also got a question. I watch a lot of international horror movies.
Yeah.
They're kind of gruesome.
Oh yeah,
especially the Australian ones. I seen an Australian movie with a guy. He was driving his truck down in Australia, but he was collecting bones and stuff. I forgot the name of it. But I showed Bach that a couple of months ago. I got to figure out which one, but those are some of the most gruesome movies that I ever watched.
Yeah.
So I got to think of that name, and I'm gonna tell it to you in a second.
Let me ask you real quick, because my favorite of the monsters would be the original Universal monsters.
Oh yeah.
Would you have a favorite of the Draculas, Frankenstein's, Wolfman types?
I tend to lead in Wolfman because he's tortured, right? He doesn't want to be a monster. The whole point is, oh my God, what I do, wakes up, bloody and his clothes are torn and you get the performance of Lon Chaney and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I know that's kind of sacrilege. I also lean kind of hard Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh yeah.
That movie, if you haven't watched that recently, like the stunts in that are crazy. That's just a dude in a suit swimming around doing acrobatics underwater. It's like, that's amazing. That movie. if you've it's like, of all those, that's the one that holds up probably the best, just because it's one of those movies that's got something that you just don't see in movies then or now. It's just someone doing something kind of amazing on film.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned Wolfman too, because you did write Pack. That's the third novel we haven't mentioned yet. And so for people that kind of like a Nebraska flair to maybe a horror novel, you've included that in the book Pack.
Yeah, it's rural Nebraska werewolf book. And I kind of like that book. It's a little bit hard to find now, but you can find it like on Kindle. And if you're an e-reader, it's a lot easier to find. But
okay, I got two.
Okay.
Psycho.
Mm-hmm.
You watched that before?
Yeah, I've seen Psycho.
Okay, and then my next one was
scary movies.
Psycho ain't scary. It's mentally scary.
Okay, I got this one.
What about the Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Because we didn't.
Oh. I remember that. You want to hear something that's amazing about the 70s Invasion of the Body Snatchers, is that the whole point of it is the aliens are taking over, right? So if you watch that movie, it starts off with, traffic and birds and people talking and everything. And as the movie goes, they drop the sound out until you get to the very end and it's quiet and there's nothing. And that's part of the horror of that movie, is the aliens are taking over, not just like on screen, but like in the ear, in the audio part and the visual part. It's like, oh, that movie is that one gets me. That's a scary movie.
Now this movie is called Wolf Creek.
Mm-hmm.
1 and 2.
Yep.
These are the most gruesome movies, but I want to take you far back. I think this is probably one of the scariest movies I watched when I was little. Cujo.
Oh yeah.
Cujo was bad.
Cujo was bad.
Cujo was bitten by a rabbit or something, and he got rabies, and he went crazy.
Saint Bernard, yeah.
Yeah, Saint Bernard.
And traps a mother and her kid in a car. Yeah, and the kid, they got to figure out how to get out there. That is what I love about Cujo, is that it's simple. It's not like a haunted house with all this backstory, or a killer running around with all. It's just a thing that happened, and that's a real scary movie. And I remember Stephen King talking about that was during his drinking and cocaining days. And it's like he doesn't remember writing that book, which is a shame because he really likes that book,
Oh yeah, I like this. Good guess, Bob.
Oh yeah, see,
hey, let's go with The Shining.
The Shining.
Okay, yeah. Shining is the Shining movie I actually prefer to the novel. Stephen King is like notoriously like, I hate that version. I'm like, are you kidding? That one,
The movie?
Yeah, he hates
Oh,
the movie.
wow.
Hates the movie because he doesn't feel like it was representative of his book. But it's like I highly disagree. I think that movie is fantastic. It's surreal, and that's like a lot of people have things that scare them. Some people it's gore, some people it's killers. You know, it's like the thing that really freaks me out is like surreal stuff. You know, like this one of the scariest things I've ever seen in a movie, not in a horror movie. It's in a movie called Mulholland Drive, the David Lynch movie, where this guy's describing his dream, and then his dream happens. And it's hard to describe why it's scary, but it just like drops me every single time I watch it.
All right, my last one, and I'll be quiet. Misery.
Yeah, Misery's real good. If there's one thing I wish they'd done in Misery is in the book. You know the scene in Misery, right? Where she grabs the sledgehammer and takes the guy's legs out.
Yeah.
Yeah, puts the block in there. That's a rough scene to watch. In the book, she chops him off. And I'm like, why didn't you go there, man? You're already in this terrible place. Why didn't you just go that extra 2 steps, you know?
Jeez. I'm not a scary movie guy, but go ahead.
Now, the Jigsaw Master. They coming out with another one.
Yeah.
What do you think about those series?
So I got the one kid who plays football. She's my youngest. My oldest is currently at UNL, and she's studying film, among other things. And she sent me a text. I haven't seen the latest one, but she sent me a text saying, I just went and saw the last Saw movie. It's real gooey.
Yeah.
Now I got one. This is my last one. Now I got 3 of these kids.
I can do this all day, man.
Guys, we better go to break. Mike, can you stick around one more segment?
Totally, yeah.
All right. We've got a few more cooking up. We got to go to break. Mike Bakoven, my cousin and horror writer, who will be signing books tonight at Barnes & Noble, 2910 Pine Lake Road. We'll keep him for another segment and have some more horror questions here on a Friday the 13th on The Captain on 93.7 The Ticket.
1, 2, Freddy coming for you. 2, 3, 4, better.
Exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and man, the October incentives get better. You won't want to miss this. Happening right now at Koppel, you have 0% financing or $6,500 off MSRP on select new half-ton crew cab pickups. Yes, you heard right. Happening right now until the end of the month. 0% financing or $6,500 off sticker price. Those incentives are the best we've seen this entire year. Hurry on in while supplies last. Just take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All offers include trade-in bonus and with roof credit.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
After a long, hot summer, are you ready for fall? What about your home? Is your heating system ready for cooler temperatures ahead? Be sure and call Bryant for your fall heating check. No matter what brand of equipment you own, Bryant's trained technician will thoroughly clean and inspect your furnace or heat pump to make sure you stay warm and comfortable. Call today to schedule your home heating check. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
Looking for a convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. It's the final day to join for just $1 down, $10 a month. We've got over 2,400 locations with most open 24 hours. Join now to enjoy free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Whether you're new to a gym or a fitness pro, the Judgment-Free Zone is the place for you. Join Planet Fitness today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends today. See Home Club for details.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
After being Lincoln's #1 trusted plumbing, heating, and cooling company for 27 years, John Henry's is proud to announce we now offer electrical services. Call today to book a full range of electrical services by our licensed, background-checked professional electricians. John Henry's, our family serving yours.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Now offering electrical.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
Okay, old buddy, I took you through the car wash and drove you out to your favorite dirt road to talk about something. Well, I'll tell you. Trucks and Bucks from the Nebraska Lottery's back, and I'm just going to buy some tickets, that's all. No reason to get upset. Of course you mean a lot to me. But this year, the Nebraska Lottery's giving away 8 Atlas Blue 2023 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew Flex Fuel trucks. I mean, these things are gorgeous. And what happens if I win one? Hey, you'll still be part of the family. I thought maybe I'd give you to my nephew, Josh. He's not a terrible driver. He only left the gas nozzle in his tank and drove off once. Okay, twice.
Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company. Top prize odds 1 in 336,000.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zip line gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yeah. 93.7 The Ticket. We are powered
by
Bauer.
Infrastructure.
Bauer.
Underground.
Brand.
Excavating.
That's right. Fastest 2 hours in radio is almost an hour down, man. We have got cousin Mike Bachhoven, the horror story extraordinaire. Get to the bookstore so you can get yours signed by him today. What about The Exorcist?
Yeah. What about first off, I think it needs to be acknowledged the horror movie icon that just came into the studio, right?
Yeah, that's right. Can you see it, Prashant?
Who was that? The Paper Bag Boy? He's back?
Paper Bag Boy, yeah.
Paper Bag Boy's back?
Yeah. So
wow.
Exorcist, they just remade that, man. I haven't
Right.
haven't seen the remake yet, but that original, yeah, that was shocking then. That's shocking now. I mean, that's the thing about some horror stuff. It's like you go in there and you look at it and I'm like, they really got away with that in 1970, whatever. It's like, yeah, they did, you know, and I'm not going to mention some of the stuff in that movie, but that's a real explicit piece of work, but a real good one. The Exorcist is right up there.
We haven't talked about this guy, but Michael Myers.
Uh-huh.
Strongest guy I think we probably ever going to see as a killer. Him and Jason are probably the strongest two.
Yeah.
I seen Jason sling a guy so hard he still had his hand in his arm in his hand when the body flew somewhere else. So, two of the strongest killers that probably ever existed.
Yeah, okay, you put them pound for pound. So you're talking Jason versus Michael Myers. And the thing about Michael Myers was like in most of the Halloween movies, he's just a dude. He's just a big, strong dude, right? And they remade him, and then he's a big, strong, old dude who apparently is like impervious to fire and getting stabbed 100 times. Everything
Yeah.
fine, whatever. But like Jason's got the supernatural stuff going. He's they brought him back from hell or wherever he goes, and all that. So I guess if you're putting them against each other, I would lean Jason just because he's just got a little more going on, a little come back a few more times. Although they just keep doing Halloween movies. They're going to keep doing those till the end of time.
Okay. I think we talked about this. Maybe we didn't, but Poltergeist.
Yeah, you mentioned it. The guy tearing his face off. The thing about Poltergeist is it's got so many great lines in it. My favorite is you didn't move the bodies, which is something I'll yell to my wife every now and then. You didn't move the bodies. And that one's got a couple of real good performances. And it's got the dude who directed Texas Chainsaw Massacre also directed Poltergeist. Same guy.
Oh,
yeah. Toby Hooper is the dude's name, and he directed a bunch of good horror stuff, and was just kind of this laid back 70s weed smoking dude, and made some of the gnarliest horror movies America ever saw.
How about the Scream franchise? Are you a big fan of that? I kind of like how they've done a good job. Like they've tried to keep close to like the source material and the same characters, and then eventually I'm kind of tired of the same characters. I think they're starting to move away from them.
Yeah, you want the Nebraska connection to those. The guys who wrote and directed the last Scream movie, maybe the last two. It's a writing team that goes by the name Radio Silence, and they're Grand Island Senior High graduates.
Oh, okay.
They're Nebraska boys. And so, yeah, I kind of root for them to succeed. They did a really great movie called Ready or Not. If you haven't seen that, it's got Samara Weaving. It's got one of my favorite endings of a horror movie I've seen maybe in the last decade. It's one of those things where you watch the movie and it's like, this is a pretty good horror movie. And then that ending hits and you're just like, no way. They didn't just go there. And it's like, yeah, they absolutely go there. So yeah, I don't know if Radio Silence is out there, but look those dudes up. They're doing some real solid work.
All right. I watched a movie when I was little. It was just a hand walking around.
Oh, Addams Family?
No, it was a hand, but he was killing people. He was like, I think it was called The Hand.
Or Idle Hands, maybe? Was it?
It could have been, but it's old. It's real old.
Okay, it's real old.
It's a real old movie. I think it was called The Hand. But what about Carrie? Did you like that movie?
Yeah, I like Carrie well enough. They keep remaking these movies, man. Horror movies just keep getting remade. They never really die. Carrie was never really my favorite, but I think it was much more of resonated a lot with women, who actually went through some of that kind of bullying. But yeah, it was never,
much of a bully movie.
Yeah. It wasn't one of those movies I saw too early. I got a couple of those, but that wasn't one of them that snuck its way in.
Now, speaking of a severed hand, did you not have? I remember when we were a kid. Did you not have a severed hand as the way to get into your room on the doorknob?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I was that dude. Yeah.
So maybe we could tell from a young age you were going to get into horror movies. Reed, I'll let you go. Or horror novels, I should say. I'll let you go here in a second, but I did want to ask you, like, how competitive is it in the fiction industry compared to nonfiction? Because to me, like nonfiction, you have your story; it's either there or not. And fiction, there's a lot of creative juices that have to be had in that.
Yeah. I think what I've noticed because I wasn't like a big part of the community before I wrote my first book, and then people kind of ushered me in, which was really, really cool. Uh, I've noticed that there just seems to be a lot of cheerleading, which is like the best possible scenario, because nobody told me to go out and write a book, right? It was just something I wanted to do. And then when you get there, you run into other people who are like, yeah, that's what I wanted to do too. And you share advice, and you share books, and you share experiences, and you share advice. Right. And so I've been like nothing but welcome into the horror community. And as such, I want to tell people, like, if Halloween's coming up, read a horror book, man. Just find something that looks good and that may or may not be Stephen King. Maybe move away from it, because everybody reads Stephen King. Stephen King does. He probably cares, but he will not notice if you buy his book or not. Other people will notice if you buy their book or not. Just go on Instagram, go on Facebook, look up a horror community, find those novels, because there's a lot of people doing a lot of just crazy good work right now.
Now, when the producers in Hollywood, they went on strike.
Yeah, they did.
Does that affect book authors, or that just mainly movies?
It affected me, but mainly not book people so much. But yeah, I've got my first novel is what's called in development. In other words, there are people who have decided they want to try to turn it into a thing. And man, we were kind of close, and then the strike happened, and now we're back to where we were beforehand. But yeah, I can't say too much about that. But yeah, if you read Fantastic Land, my first novel, and like it, keep an eye out, because hopefully there'll be some news sooner rather than later.
All right, Mike. Hold on a minute. It's movie night.
Yeah.
And you got to kick one. Pick one, kick one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you two horror movies. You gotta pick one. Of course, the other one's kick. You ready?
I'm on it.
The Conjuring or Paranormal Activity?
I think I'm going to go with The Conjuring, just because James Wan is a madman. That dude, if he did a movie, probably my favorite horror movie of the past little bit, called Malignant. Have you seen Malignant?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Is that guy that got all the stuff coming out his head?
Yeah,
that's
okay. that guy is a madman, and he started the Saw franchise. He started all these Annabelle movies, The Conjuring, all those sort of things are all like this guy. And so I think I'd lean toward James Wan, because that guy's crazy.
All right. So Creep or The Others?
I think I'm gonna go with Creep, not because The Others isn't good. It's real good. I just feel like Creep is underseen. It's kind of an indie horror thing, but it's just some guy. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's some guy being creepy, and just it's like that slow burn horror that I like a little bit more. So yeah, I'll go with Creep.
Okay, so The Broad. I think I said that right. The Broad, BROOD.
Okay. Yep.
Or Get Out.
Oh, Get Out is one of the best horror movies ever made. Just like flat out. Jordan Peele. God, I will fall if that guy decided to shoot a movie that's just a rabbit hopping around for 20 minutes. I'd watch it. That guy is supernaturally good. I am still chewing on Nope. That movie. God, just the more you learn about that movie, the more you think about that movie. Just every shot in that movie matters, and it is incredible. So if you say Get Out is going to win versus pretty much anything, that movie is just bonkers great.
You talking about the new movie Get Out that was a couple of years ago? I didn't like that movie.
You didn't like it?
No,
I love it. We are diverting, my friend. I love it. It was so good.
All right, last one here. Phantasm or Oculus?
I'm going to go with my man Don Coscarelli for Phantasm. It's not a great movie, but if you have had maybe a beer or two, it turns into a real great movie. It's one of those horror movies that you watch, and after a while you're like, this is just fun. And it's got Angus Scrimm as the tall man in that movie. Yeah, that movie's a blast. That's a good one.
We're going to have to go to break soon. Thanks again to my cousin, Mike Bakoven, author of Fantastic Land, Pack, and Killing It, his new book. He will be at Barnes & Noble tonight at 2910 Pine Lake Road from 6:30 to 8 for a book signing. So if this stuff sounds kind of interesting, he sounds like a guy that knows his horror, maybe you'd like to get into a book. Go out there and maybe buy a book and you can have it signed, and maybe I'll slide a few Bach signatures over there, so maybe you can hand those out too.
Yeah, appreciate it.
But I do have a quick question here from Aaron. Writer question for the guests: how do you finally decide that the novel is good enough to put your name behind it and feel good about it for the world to see?
That is a fantastic question, and if he has a good answer for that, I'd love to hear it because you're never quite sure when it's done, man. At some point, you just got to let it go and get out there, and once it's out of your hands, then it becomes however the person reading it decides to take it, right? It's like that's the thing, the glory and the curse of art is that once it's out of your hands, it's not yours anymore. And it's like, so I find the only solution to that conundrum is just to do something that you like and that you want to write. Like if anyone's listening to this and wanting to write a book or to get into horror, just do what you want to do, right? And if that doesn't fly, then that's fine, but all you've got is your taste, right? All you've got is the things you love. And so follow that muse, follow that thing. And so that's my long answer to that question is it's done when it's something that I feel like I would like to read.
All right, Mike.
Freddy's coming for you.
For Sean's coming.
Lock your door.
5, 6. Crucifix. You don't even know it. Hey, Mike, give me your best Go Big Red before we go, man.
Go Big Red!
Yeah! Hey, wait a minute. Hey, Bach.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you clip that. So we're gonna do that one more time. Mike Bacco, give me your best Go Big Red.
Go Big Red!
Yeah! We'll be right back.
It's a bye weekend for Nebraska football, so roll out the barrel at Beer House this Saturday for Oktoberfest. Doors open at 11 a.m. with a ceremonial keg tapping at noon. Oktoberfest is a family-friendly celebration with live music, games, German foods, and German beers. There's a Stein holding contest at 2 and 6 p.m., other games throughout the day, and all the German sausages and pretzels you can fit in your lederhosen. Tickets are $5 in advance or $10 at the door. Purchase yours ahead of time at LincolnOktoberfest.com. This Saturday at Beer House in the Haymarket.
Okay, old buddy, I took you through the car wash and drove you out to your favorite dirt road to talk about something. Well, I'll tell you. Trucks and Bucks from the Nebraska Lottery's back, and I'm just going to buy some tickets, that's all. No reason to get upset. Of course you mean a lot to me. But this year, the Nebraska Lottery's giving away 8 Atlas Blue 2023 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew Flex Fuel trucks. I mean, these things are gorgeous. And what happens if I win one? Hey, you'll still be part of the family. I thought maybe I'd give you to my nephew, Josh. He's not a terrible driver. He only left the gas nozzle in his tank and drove off once. Okay, twice.
Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company. Top prize odds 1 in 336,000.
Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619.
It's week 8 of the high school football season, and we have a good one for you guys tonight on 93.7 The Ticket. Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me and Jay Foreman tonight from Millard South High School as we bring you number 1 Omaha West Side versus number 2 Millard South. Both teams are currently 7-0 in 2023, and while West Side leans on experience, Millard South hopes their talented sophomore class can knock off the defending champs. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. with pregame coverage starting at 6:40 p.m. Don't miss number 1 West Side versus number 2 Millard South tonight on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Hockey is back, and we need your support at the Icebox. The defending Clark Cup champions are coming to the capital city as the Stars host the Youngstown Phantoms this Friday and Saturday at the Icebox. Don't miss College Night on Friday and your opportunity to catch this cross-conference clash. Lock in your tickets to the action now at LincolnStars.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Get all of your favorite restaurants delivered with VenueDelivered.com. One place for ordering delicious appetizers, refreshing salads, hot entrees, fresh sandwiches, and more. From Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, and all Lincoln Good Sense Subs locations. Download our phone app to earn rewards on all of your carryout and delivery orders. Available on Apple and Android, just search for the Pillar Restaurants app. That's the Pillar Restaurants app. Download today.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
3-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Yeah, it's the Captain Show. Let me just get to some of these texts because I like the text line. Yeah, that's right. I like the text line. 2430, who's a negative nanny, says, why do people pretend that this guy knows anything about football? I'd imagine he's talking about me. He sounds terrible on the radio all the time. Everything is just his opinion, no facts. Who we talking about? 2430, who we talking about? You gotta be specific. Is it me, the black shirt? Who? But if you're referring that to me, everything I tell you is facts. It's factual. In order to be a great ball carrier and running back, when you're having fumbling issues, you have to work through it. You have to get knowledge and tidbits from people who have done it and been there before. Period, point blank. Dot the end of this discussion, okay? Running backs carry the ball. They learn how not to fumble the ball by doing proper drills that help them in practice. That's how it works, and that's a fact, Jack. Now, let's get on to something else more interesting. There was an altercation. I don't know if I want to call it altercation, but there was a situation that happened at the Denver game. Right, Bob?
Yeah.
Give us some backstory on that.
So basically, Steve Smith, Sr., who's one of the best receivers of all time, certainly in Panthers history, but nonetheless has moved on to his role as an analyst now. Basically has it's kind of this interest is beyond just these two guys in particular. It's kind of ex-players talking about current players, and current players sometimes call guys has-beens that have worked, that have maybe had more success than they have. But one way or the other, Steve Smith called out Jerry Jeudy and called him a jag, which is just a guy. So saying he's not maybe worthy of the first round pick or the expectations that Denver set on him. And so that led up to this confrontation. And you can hear, well, you don't hear the conversation, but you can hear Steve Smith tell you what happened here. And then we can give our opinions on it. So here's Steve Smith.
Wait, before you play that.
Yep.
2430. Now you're going to get our opinions on what happened. This is opinion. This is our opinion now.
Who's that?
Judy.
Wide receiver.
Jerry. Yeah.
Go ahead, Bucky.
All right. So here again is Steve Smith talking about the conversation that he had with Jerry Jeudy.
For a short while ago, Broncos wide receiver Jerry Jeudy was walking by, and Steve called out to him, and he got a different reaction.
I called out to him because on my podcast, Cut to It, I just talked about guys that maybe have not showed up in a way or in a manner. And so the word that I've used to describe him in the past was a jag, just a guy. Just a guy. And so when I saw him, he's playing well. I wanted to say to him face to face, like, hey, I know I said some things in the past I probably shouldn't have, and I'm sorry. That's what I wanted to say to him. His response, Mike Robb and Bucky, was ninja.
Ninja?
Yes, I'm using the word ninja. I'm just using the word ninja. I don't mess with you. And it was a curse word. And so I was like, all right. And then he repeated it. So I'll say it again. I'm sorry that I said you were a jag, just a guy who's an average wide receiver that you use a first round pick on that isn't doing anything. I hope today that you actually show up in a way that you haven't showed up in the last couple of years since they drafted you. So if you ever got a problem with Agent 89, I'm sorry for saying that you're an average wide receiver that they eventually will move on. And when teams call me and asking, should they trade for you? I will say no, don't trade for Jerry Jeudy because he's mentally unable to handle constructive criticism from people who watch specifically, can he be a wide receiver? He could be a wide receiver. He's a tier 3. Go back into the studio. I'm done now. Thank you.
Right? I think he's kind of right.
Smith or Jeudy?
I mean, no. I think
Smith.
I think Smith is kind of right.
Turn that other mic off. You're too close to stuff. What are you guys doing over
That's
here?
not me. Hey. You got to be in the studio to know what's going on. You have to be in the
studio
studio to know what's going
I
on.
can see in the studio. I know
You
that
can't see
doggone
anything.
headset was too close to you.
So here's my thing. I think Steve Smith is right. Jerry Judy has not really lived up to his Fred Biletnikoff status with that he had at Alabama. Starting in 2020, he had 52 catches for 800 yards. 2021, he had 38 catches for 400 yards. 22, he had 67 catches for 900 yards. 3 years in the league, haven't hit 1,000-yard mark yet. Is a dependable wide receiver, but he doesn't have that number one receiver stats.
Yeah.
Or catches.
By the way, 3 receptions for 14 yards after all that last night.
Yeah. So, trash is where I put him in the category. A lot of Alabama receivers don't live up to the hype that they all had in college.
Yeah.
I think it's only one guy from Alabama who's really doing something great, and that would be the guy from Philadelphia.
Yeah, Devontae Smith. Now Julio Jones put on a
Julio Jones did it.
Yeah,
I mean, he was a Falcon.
Yeah.
And Julio Jones was a great, probably could have been one of the best ever to play if he didn't get hurt, but he's still up there.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put him up there. I think if I had to name my top 3 wide receivers in the NFL ever, it'd be Megatron, Jerry Rice, and Julio Jones.
Wow.
Randy Moss 4.
Terrell
Owens 5. Chris Carter 6.
Nice. Any more else?
No, that's it.
So let me give my 2 cents about this quick. So the thing that I think jumped out at me the most was he said constructive criticism. So I think Judy could have took that and said, Steve Smith, I don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame, but I'm quite sure he will be in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
He could have used that as a way to say, Steve, what am I doing wrong? What should I be doing? Because Steve Smith, you didn't put Steve Smith in that, but he is definitely in the top 20 in receiver.
Oh, he top 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Probably easily top 10.
So if a legend is critiquing you, you should welcome that, not disrespect of not only an older man, but someone who plays the position and played it at a higher level for you. Steve Smith played for almost 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
So my point in saying all this is Judy could have learned from it. I respect Steve Smith for, even though a guy disrespected him, he still said, okay, I'm going to still keep the high road. I'm going to apologize anyway. I still said what I said. What I said was true. It was facts. He's not playing like a first-round draft pick. He's not playing like a Chase. He's not playing like a Jefferson. Those are first-round draft picks.
Well,
okay, you can go on and on.
I'll tell you what Steve Smith gonna do. Gonna beat him up. Steve Smith is a fighter. That's one thing he is. See, he took the high road right there because he's on the radio. He's on the air.
But part of the reason why I respect Steve so much as a wide receiver is he's not very big. He's 5'9".
But he will fight you.
Yeah, but he is a fighter.
Yeah, he's a fighter.
Yeah. Now, am I crazy for saying if I'm Jerry Judy, I might do the same thing? If you're talking off and then you want to come and apologize to me on the field, there's lots of legends that Judy could go to, but if there's one dissing you, then yeah, maybe I would let it be known to now a guy that's now in the media who's going on podcasts talking this and that. Yeah, whatever, man. Not you. No, I don't want.
Nah, you don't do that.
I don't blame Judy.
Judy does not do that. You don't do that. You don't disrespect. First of all, you're on TV. First of all, you're in the public eye. Second of all, did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
Did you hear him?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Ninja, please.
About the NFL teams when they come call.
Yeah, he said he would tell them. I mean, that's not Steve Smith's job, though. I mean, that's to the coaches and position receiver coach to say that. I know it's probably wrong on Steve Smith to talk about the man, but that guy has his opinion. He's getting ready for a game, and if he feel that type of way, he has the right to say what he wants to Steve Smith because he doesn't play anymore. Mm-hmm. Now he's critiquing him. He's watching his game, but he's also trying to help him at the same time. But this young man don't see it like that because this is a new generation of kids. So they're not going to listen to old man Steve. That's what they probably saying. Oh, he's old. He don't know anything. But that's the way they've been brought up. Not brought up, but that's the way they talk now.
Well, 8316 says, y'all are crazy if you think Steve Smith isn't saying at least that and more 10 years ago in the same situation.
Oh, yeah. Steve Smith would have went on their head.
Well, you know what? The good thing is time should teach us all how to be better people, better players, right? Mm-hmm. Time. I mean, we all talk about football. We talk about Nebraska football. But, you talk about this regime that's here now, Coach Rule, the guys that we have playing football, they are playing, to me, defense is playing as best as they can, lights out with what they have to offer. And so, sometimes in these situations where a team isn't that good now, if you work, if you train hard, if you prepare, if you know what you're doing, I promise you get better. You get better. So over time, I think we'll get better. And Judy, hopefully you'll get better. I don't know. We don't know. 3 for 14 is not getting better, though.
No.
Throw the break, Terrell.
All right, as we listen to the captain. This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and man, of the October incentives get better. You won't want to miss this. Happening right now at Coppell, you have 0% financing or $6,500 off MSRP on select new half-ton crew cab pickups. Yes, you heard right. Happening right now until the end of the month. 0% financing or $6,500 off sticker price. Those incentives are the best we've seen this entire year. Hurry on in while supplies last. Just take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All offers include trade-in bonus and with roof credit.
Whether you're looking for a place to stay for a concert at PBA, a Nebraska home game, or just a night on the town, the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket is the place for you. Enjoy an evening at one of many restaurants or bars within a short walking distance. Business travelers at the hotel will enjoy free high-speed internet access, a 24-hour business center, and large in-room workstations. And check out the Bistro, where you'll enjoy healthier food and beverage options, as well as high-tech conveniences. Book your room today at the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
Attention all Wings fans! 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this fall. Check out their large variety of tennis shoes and dress shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln, or check out their options online at brownshoefitco.com.
At Allo, we believe in the exceptional. From extraordinary whole home coverage to super fast speeds, our local teams are always on hand to make sure your service is running at top performance. Let go of lag, banish buffering, and enjoy outstanding service throughout your entire home. We believe in delivering nothing less than exceptional service, so that's exactly what we do. Visit us at allofiber.com to experience the exceptional.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Okay. Man, time is rolling, man. Can you believe we're already in the middle of October?
Oh, I know.
Louise. Okay, so let me read some of these texts because this is interesting. He says, this is 6419. He says, they are both at fault. Constructive criticism would be listening, faults, and how to improve, not comparing Judy to other athletes and saying he hasn't lived up to his potential. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Kind of right. You know, mind your business and you know.
He's on the radio though. He's media. How come we get mad?
He's on a podcast, you know. So it's you know, you have your right to say what you want to say, but when you down other players, or unless you're trying to do it in a way to make them feel better, make them play better. But you know, it is what it is. This is the world we live in, where people have to talk about somebody and somebody has to respond in a negative way. But you know, I think with the names, how he said it was kind of disrespectful, though.
Well, I think that, you know, if you're media, you're going to have to ruffle some feathers at times, right? If you're going to want to give some opinions and be true. And we all can see it. Jerry Jeudy's not an elite wide receiver. But if I'm Jerry Jeudy and I see Steve Smith approaching me, I know how you talk about me when I'm not in the room. Don't change it up when you're coming up to me on the field. So That's why I don't have a problem with what Judy, his response was.
Really? I mean, he cussed at the guy. That's the response you make?
I mean, he's a grown man. He's entitled to do what he want to do. I mean, it's not just, I have to, this world is not made of where, okay, just because Steve Smith played 16, 15 years, I have to kiss his butt. No, it doesn't. You don't have to kiss anybody, but you're entitled to your own words. You're a grown man. He said it, live with it, deal with it, or do something about it. That's the way Judy sees it, probably.
That's tough.
It was funny, by the way, the reporter that was alongside Steve Smith. So Steve Smith says, like, yeah, he says ninja. And then the reporter was like, ninja? Like, why would he call you a ninja?
Well, we all know what that means. So
most of us did. That reporter didn't catch on quick enough.
Maybe he did, and he was just trying to make sure he was saying that.
So, VJ, I got a list of 50 college coaches, probably the worst hires in the 21st century. Three coaches from Nebraska made this list.
I think I can guess the three, but go ahead.
All right. Started off at number one, Bach. See what we say.
Art Briles.
Is this the worst? Is number one the worst?
This is the worst coaching hire. This is from Big Game Boomer. Puts a lot of things out on Twitter. Lot of lists.
Start at 50.
Start at 50?
Yeah,
okay,
start at 50 and work your way up, and then go to some significant ones.
Okay, Ron Prince at Kansas State, which was bad. Brady Hoke at Michigan. I mean, some of these they're all going to give you like awful memories of these guys. Cliff Kingsbury at Texas Tech, Steve Craig Thorpe at Louisville, Butch Jones at Tennessee, Butch Jones is still struggling. Lovie Smith at Illinois, Mike Bobo at Colorado State, Butch Davis at North Carolina, Randy Etzel at UConn, and Chris Ash at Rutgers make the first 10. I'll just go through some significant. There's some ones that don't, Jeff Scott at USF. I don't know how many opinions there on that. Jim McElwain at Florida was number 38. Turner Gill at Kansas, number 36. Now, they didn't give Turner Gill a whole lot of time to get that turned around.
Did he get 3 years?
I think so, yeah.
That's all you need in college football now, 3 years. If you can't get the job in 3 years, move on.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I remember Turner Gill getting a top 25 upset over Georgia Tech his first year. I thought, man, maybe he can be the one that turned around Kansas. It wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there where there were some rules, I think, instated that you just can't do that to these college football players. So
Lane Kiffin is number 35. Steve Adazio, Lane Kiffin at Tennessee, by the way. Steve Adazio at Colorado State, number 34. Bill Callahan at Nebraska. Maybe a little bit of age is affecting this list. I think for Nebraska fans, he might be significantly higher.
What?
Yeah, he's at 33rd.
What do you mean? Keep going.
Yeah.
Bill, hey, listen. If you can't say anything good about Bill Callahan, you can say this. He recruited some pretty doggone good players.
Yeah.
That we would love to have now.
Oh, absolutely. But he also was, I think he gets a lot of the blame here in Nebraska because he was the one that kind of, the downgrade started. But in any case, he flipped everything upside down. Remember?
Yeah. Everything changed with Bill Callahan. Anyway, go ahead.
So Dan Hawkins at Colorado is number 32. Al Golden at Miami, number 31. Carl Durrell, we can jump up a little bit. Will Muschamp at Florida. Carl Durrell at Colorado.
I don't even remember some of these guys coaching there.
Top 25, that's where we see another one. Number 24, Mike Riley at Nebraska.
Oh,
he should have been number 2, 3, 4, 5.
No. Mike Riley at least won 5 games.
He won 9 games one year.
It wasn't that.
But he won 5. He averaged at least 5 games a year.
You know what killed me with Mike Riley? Hip hip.
Hooray!
That did it for me. You did some 5th grade Pop Warner football stuff to some grown men.
All right, number 21, Steve Sarkisian at USC.
Yes.
Number 20, Charlie Strong at Texas. We should probably name all these now that we're in the top 20. Jimmy Lake at Washington, number 18. Number 17, Rich Rodriguez at Michigan. Daryl Hazel, number 16 at Purdue. Number 15, Kevin Sumlin at Arizona. Number 14, Charlie Weiss at Kansas. Number 13, Greg Robinson at Syracuse. Number 12, Willie Taggart at Florida State. Number 11, Bobby Petrino at Arkansas. So now we're into the top 10 worst hires since the year 2000. Number 10, Hugh Freeze at Ole Miss. Number 9, Will Muschamp at South Carolina. Will Muschamp on this list twice. Number 8, Les Miles at Kansas.
Wait, before you go, is Will Muschamp coaching?
I don't know where he's at now.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So number 7, Tyrone Willingham at Washington. Number 6, Brian Harston at Auburn. Number 5, Jeremy Pruitt at Tennessee. Number 4, Scott Frost at Nebraska. According to this list, the only worst hires since the year 2000s was Chad Morris at Arkansas, DJ Durkin at Maryland, and Art Briles at Baylor.
Yeah, Art Briles, he destroyed that place.
I don't know. I mean, there was certainly like.
Didn't Matt Rule come out to Art Briles?
He did, and Art Briles, like there was a lot of bad things going on there, but they did win. I mean, he did also turn Baylor around.
Well, you know, and people try to blame the coaches and the president for that, but you have to take in court. You got to blame these players for what they was doing, because you know they're the ones that was doing it, but they was getting away with it. So you know that's a two-way street.
Wow, Will Muschamp, believe it or not, do you guys know where Will Muschamp is coaching?
No, I'm interested
Auburn?
though.
Is it at Auburn?
Come on, Terrell, you should know this.
He's got to be at DC somewhere.
He's not at Georgia.
Is he?
I doubt it. He might be.
He played college ball at Georgia, didn't he?
Yeah, he is the yes, he did. He's the co-defensive coordinator and safeties coach at Georgia.
Well, he's not calling any plays anymore. He shouldn't.
I mean, he's good enough. At one time, he was supposed to be the heir apparent at Texas, actually, to Mac Brown before he went and took the Florida job, which was this huge job, obviously, an opportunity. At one time, Will Muschamp was like the next guy.
Then he went to Auburn.
Well, and now he's not,
Yeah.
because he failed at Florida. He went to Auburn as a D coordinator. He failed as a head coach at South Carolina, and has since went back to Georgia, as Rashawn is mentioning.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the order for Nebraska, though? If you rank the worst hires according to this list, it's Scott Frost, Mike Riley, Bill Callahan. Would you change that at all?
I wouldn't. You can't. How can you?
Yeah, if it's record wise.
Hey, are we talking facts or opinion?
Record wise, like facts wise, it's hard.
Well, facts. The facts are the facts. Scott Frost he's where he's supposed to be. And then the next best coach, we thought Callahan was horrible, but Riley proved us a little bit wrong. But, you know, those are the top 3 worst coaches to me in my lifetime in Nebraska football.
Yeah. I might change the order right now. I stand out. I kind of like the Billy C era. It was part of me growing up. But again, from the fall from where they were under Tom Osborne, obviously Frank Soldier was a little bit of a drop down to where they were when Bill Callahan left was that's where, like, lists previous to this, or like, you know, 5-10 years ago, Bill Callahan is usually considered a top 10 worst hire since the year 2000. This list is a little nicer to him, but as you mentioned, Rashawn, I mean, he still was the last guy to recruit a first-round draft pick on campus for Nebraska, and he won the Big 12 North. You know,
you might have won a couple first-round draft picks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You might want to put Mel Tucker on there. He probably going to be in the top 5.
No, you can't put Mel Tucker on there based on his football performance.
Well, they haven't did anything at Michigan State.
They won 11 games one year.
Yeah. Right. Not only did they win 11 games, they've had winning seasons, haven't they?
I think they had a losing season last year, but I mean, he hasn't been there long.
If they had a losing season, Terrell might be right. That was the quickest tenure as a head coach ever.
Yeah, it was.
And it's gonna get messy. Now these text messages are coming out and all this stuff, and this girl she was with what's the basketball? Mike Bibby, not Bibby. What's the other guy? Stoudemire.
Oh,
they're there and all kind of crazy stuff. So it's gonna get nasty. It's gonna get ugly. You know, it's Michigan State. Who cares? Michigan State plays Rutgers though tomorrow.
Yeah, that could be an interesting one.
11 a.m. Deion Sanders pissed off about playing at 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock their time. 8 o'clock our time, 9 o'clock on the East Coast. They ain't gonna watch that game, are they?
No, they can't. By the way, we also got to make our picks. It's almost time for the weekend.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that after the break. I don't call it a comeback now. Don't call it a comeback. But it's the captain show. And I'm with
the black shirt.
And
Bach.
We'll be right back after these messages.
It's a bye weekend for Nebraska football, so roll out the barrel at Beer House this Saturday for Oktoberfest. Doors open at 11 a.m. with a ceremonial keg tapping at noon. Oktoberfest is a family-friendly celebration with live music, games, German foods, and German beers. There's a Stein holding contest at 2 and 6 p.m., other games throughout the day, and all the German sausages and pretzels you can fit in your lederhosen. Tickets are $5 in advance or $10 at the door. Purchase yours ahead of time at LincolnOktoberfest.com. This Saturday at Beer House in the Haymarket.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Get all of your favorite restaurants delivered with VenueDelivered.com. One place for ordering delicious appetizers, refreshing salads, hot entrees, fresh sandwiches, and more. From Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, and all Lincoln Good Sense Subs locations. Download our phone app to earn rewards on all of your carryout and delivery orders. Available on Apple and Android, just search for the Pillar Restaurants app. That's the Pillar Restaurants app. Download today.
Whether you're looking for a place to stay for a concert at PBA, a Nebraska home game, or just a night on the town, the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket is the place for you. Enjoy an evening at one of many restaurants or bars within a short walking distance. Business travelers at the hotel will enjoy free high-speed internet access, a 24-hour business center, and large in-room workstations. And check out the Bistro, where you'll enjoy healthier food and beverage options, as well as high-tech conveniences. Book your room today at the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite Tailored Light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
After a long, hot summer, are you ready for fall? What about your home? Is your heating system ready for cooler temperatures ahead? Be sure and call Bryant for your fall heating check. No matter what brand of equipment you own, Bryant's trained technician will thoroughly clean and inspect your furnace or heat pump to make sure you stay warm and comfortable. Call today to schedule your home heating check. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bearschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bearschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
Brown Shoe Vet has all types of shoes for you to excel this fall. Check out their large variety of tennis shoes and dress shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrill, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln, or check out their options online at brownshoefitco.com.
Nutrition Authority presents Activator. University studies have shown that Activator helps with building muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Activator is for male and females of all ages who want to look, feel, and perform their best. Activator can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in, call, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I lost my baby in a pool game. I lost my baby in a pool game, and I know, and I can't go home. I said, I know, I can't go home. I lost my baby in a pool game. Lost my baby in a pool game, and I know, and I can't go home. I said, I know, I can't go home. I lost my baby in a pool game. Lost my baby in a pool game. Lost my baby in a pool game, and I know I just can't go home.
Oh, another great rendition of I Lost My Baby in a Pool Game by none other than the black shirt Terrell Farley. I love that song, by the way, man.
What happened to my backup singers, man? Y'all fired, man.
You couldn't hear me, but I was singing.
Yeah.
You just couldn't hear me.
Yeah, if you're not here next time I'm doing it, I'm hiring Rico. Rico's hired. He does the last. Huh?
No.
Yeah, Rico was a backup singer one time, and he was dancing with it.
Was he? You know, Rico get into that type of stuff, though. You know, his neck's been kind of tough and sore and stiff. So is he okay?
No, he still got the crick neck.
Okay.
You should see when you call his name, you say Rico. He turns all the way around in a circle.
All right, come on.
Oh, now he turned his head fast. All right, let's get these games on. I'm the winner, so I get to pick last on every one of them. So I'm in the lead. So the leader has to
You get to pick last on the first one.
No.
Let's start with one that's interesting in the Big Ten West. Wisconsin and Iowa.
Whew.
I mean, I was struggling offensively, and I just don't know. I think Iowa's defense, to me, is the heart. The teeth of their defense is the defensive backs, and that back eight. So I like Wisconsin.
Wisconsin is the home team, by the way.
Wisconsin.
All right, VJ's going with Wisconsin. I love me some Iowa football, but I'm going to go with Wisconsin myself.
You two are suckers. You know that? Y'all don't know football. Y'all just talk football. I'm going with Iowa.
Iowa, okay. He's got a 4-game lead. He's feeling pretty safe to take.
Yeah, I got 4 games to burn.
Let's go with Syracuse at Florida State.
Who?
Syracuse, 4-2 Syracuse at number 4 Florida State.
Well, I'll tell you this. That guy that went with Syracuse for the last 2 weeks should be ashamed of himself.
We'll see if he keeps going. That's why I put it in.
I want him to go again, so I'm going to FSU.
I want to go with Syracuse so bad. You know what they say? 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. So I'm going Syracuse one more time. If I get struck out, I strike out.
Fair enough. Let's go with the game of the week. Number 8. What?
What are you guys doing?
Oh, I'm going with Florida State. You going to Florida State or you going to Syracuse?
I said Florida State
Florida
State.
That's what I
went
okay.
first.
All right. Number 8, Oregon, 5-0 at number 7, 5-0 Washington.
Ooh. That's a tough game, man. That's a tough call on that one.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Washington. The home team gets the edge to me. They're favored by 3. I just think Michael Penix Jr., this might be his Heisman year.
I'm going to go Oregon. I think they might be able to. The way they handle Colorado and let Colorado know you still the little brother, I think they got a chip on their shoulder, and I think they're gonna go play well.
Yeah, I got a 6-game lead over VJ, so I'm going Washington this time. You know, Bob, I got to go Washington with you just to keep up with you, Bob.
All right, fair enough. Another big game this week. We can get a couple ranked matchups here. Number 10 USC at number 21 Notre Dame. USC undefeated, but they've been struggling with people. Notre Dame 5-2.
Don't look at me.
I'm going luck of the Irish.
Okay.
I will go with Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. I think the USC luck is going to continue. I'm going to go with USC in this one.
I'm a Trojan man. Literally.
How about a matchup of teams that should be undefeated, but Miami, their coach got in the way last week, didn't want to take a kneel down, so they're 4-1. Number 25 at number 12, North Carolina.
Oof. Tough game. My heart's with Miami. My mind's with North Carolina.
Well, I can give you mine early. I'm going against the oldest coach in college football right now, who coached against Coach Osborne in the Big 12 championship. We're going Mac Brown in the North Carolina Tar Heels.
There you go.
I better use my mind. I'll go North Carolina. I like Miami.
We're all going to sweep. We're going to sweep that one with North Carolina there. Another ranked matchup of ranked opponents. Number 15, Oregon State at 5-1. Host number 18, UCLA, who comes in the game at 4-1.
Oregon State's ranked they're ranked what?
They're ranked number 15, yeah.
Wow. You want me to go first? You guys are scared?
Yeah, if you want to.
UCLA.
There you go. I'm hoping for UCLA because I'm going to be going to the UCLA Colorado game here in a few weeks. I'd love them to be ranked. So I'm just go ahead and pull for it. That's what I'm pulling for, UCLA.
Oregon State.
Going to the Beavers.
The Beavers.
How about this one? This one's real good for me. 5-1 Missouri against 5-1 number 24 Kentucky. Kentucky's at home. That's a tough one.
Oh, these are tough games.
I'm going first.
Yeah,
I'm going first on this one. I can tell you why I'm going to go for this team, but I'm going to stick with Missouri because Missouri played Georgia tough. And Kentucky got the snot kicked out of them.
Yeah.
So I'm going Missouri.
Well, we appreciate your great insights on that. I'm gonna stick with you and go Mizzou.
All right, we're all gonna sweep that way because I think Kentucky will be reeling after that beatdown, like you were mentioning there. Let's go. There's another one I was looking for. Okay, how about this one? We saw Wyoming and Craig Bull take down Fresno State last week. They've got a chance to take down another undefeated team this week. And triple option offense, Air Force 5-0 coming into this game. They're the home team against 5-1 Wyoming. The Fighting Craig Bulls.
Craig Bull knows how to defend the option. He's used it. He's ran against it. I'm sticking with Mike Grant, Craig Bull, the Husker connection. Pull off the crazy upset.
I can't go against the triple option. You make a good point there, but I'm going with the Air Force and the triple option here.
Yeah, I'm going with Bach. I don't care about VJ's pick. He's 6 games down, Bach. He has to be Christmas by the time he catch me.
You're going Air Force?
Yeah.
All right. So just two more games here. And we went through all the great ones. So now there's just a few to pick that I think are just kind of either way. Where was the Kansas State game this week? I thought was pretty good. We'll do that here in a second. How about North Carolina State 4-2 at number 17 Duke, who's 4-1. Duke is favored in this game by 3 points.
I'm going. I gotta go with the Dookie Blue Devils. I'm going. That's the first time I've ever said I'll go with Duke.
It's a sweep.
It's a sweep. You're going Duke?
You damn right.
Yeah, I'm going with Duke as well. There's a few games we all agree on. Let's see if this last one we can get some disagreements. 3-2 Kansas State at 3-3 Texas Tech. Texas Tech favored by 1.5 this game. It's kind of the middle of the Big 10 discussion, or Big 12, excuse me. By the way, another game that I'll give you guys we could also pick if you guys want to do the other one.
Bonus game. Go.
Yeah, okay. So let's start with Kansas State and Texas Tech.
People, eaters, let's go. Let's ride. Mr. Johnson is there. Let's go. Keegan Johnson, K-State.
I'm going with Texas Tech. I think Kansas State's reeling.
Yeah, I'm going with Bach. I don't care about VJ's pick again.
All right, and bonus pick this week, TCU.
Wait. This bonus pick is worth 5 picks.
You're not. No. I'm
Come
not
on, make it interesting.
No.
We've got a whole season. We can catch up.
Yeah.
Right.
We didn't do that last year. We're not going to start it now.
This is we don't care. Last year's
You're only
over.
doing this because you're down. So,
Last year's over.
No. You're only doing this because you're like 6-7 games down. We're not
only
pulling
4 down.
we're not pulling a rabbit out of a hat trick in this one.
All right. What's the bonus game, Bob?
The bonus game is 4-1 BYU against 3-3 TCU. Will last year's national championship runner-up TCU fall below 500? I think they will. I'm going with BYU.
I'm going with Bach. I don't care about the captain's pick again.
I'm going with BYU too.
Oh, we all go with BYU. No need for the extra game then.
Stay tuned for Adam Carricker. Blah.
Hey, let's go. We ride, man. Enjoy your weekend. I'm glad the boys got this weekend off. Coaches, players, lick your wounds, get better. Let's get the fumbling issues handled, and let's get ready to beat Northwestern next week, man. It's been great. We'll see you on Monday.
It'll never be the same. It'll never be the same.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived.